Covering all your local high school football games with highlights and scores, Gary Harris and the WVUA 23 sports team will break down the games and coming matchups. Now, Football Friday on WVUA 23.
And welcome in, everybody, to week number 5 of Football Friday on WVUA 23. It's flying by. It's brought to you by FNB and Banks Quarles. And we're ready to get going with highlights from 11 high school games tonight. And we'll kick it off with our Cross and Smith game of the week between Tuscaloosa County High and perennial power Hoover.
Now, the game of the week, brought to you by Cross and Smith.
And here it is, homecoming tonight at County High, and the beautiful homecoming queen crowned right there. And, you know, homecoming's a festive night, but when you play Hoover, the results on the field might not be what you're looking for. And it was a tough one tonight for County High. First quarter, all Hoover. Garrett Farquhar, 12-yard strike to C.J. Sturdivant, 7-0 Bucks on top, and they were just getting cranked up. Still in the first quarter, Farquhar hooks up with Vontae Brackett for 17 yards and a score. He breaks several tackles on his way to the end zone. That made it 14-0. Second quarter now, after a couple of Hoover field goals, made it 20-0. And County High tried to get something going, but it's a pick six. Chase Brown, the interception and the touchdown, 27-0 Bucks. They did it on defense, and the offense did not let up either. Still in the second, C.J. Sturdivant, a 30-yard run, made it 34-0, and Hoover wasn't done yet. Still in the first half, Cortez Hall on a little trickery, an 18-yard touchdown reception from Shedrick Jackson. 41-0 Hoover at the half, and the Bucks go on to destroy Tuscaloosa County High tonight, 62-7. The Wildcats fall to 2-3 on the season and have yet to win a region game, but this Hoover team is really, really strong. They beat a lot of people bad. County High under Bart Sessions in his first season is going to get a lot better, but tonight they were overmatched by the powerful Bucks. Class 6A Region 4 contest, Northridge hosting Bessemer City. And this was a very good ball game tonight. 7-7, Bessemer City looking to take the lead. Antonio Stanton to Marcus Johnson. 69-yard play. Setting up this. Stanton hands off to Jalen Conwell. He's got reservations for 6. 9:05 to go in the second quarter. Tigers lead the Jags 14-7. Jaguar Nation hanging in there, but it's Bessemer City again. Stanton handing off to Joshua Miller this time. And the Purple Tigers go up 21-7. But Northridge is not done. Time for some action. And they are going to punch this one in to make it 21-19 in the third quarter. Close game at that point, but Bessemer City adds a couple of late touchdowns, and the Tigers win it tonight as we check out the final. 34-19 over Northridge, the final score. More 6A Region 4 action. Bryan at home against Selma tonight. Our Football Friday camera on hand for this one. The Bryan Stampede holding their homecoming tonight. And you see they come out ready to play ball, and they start off strong. Gary Quarles, no quarrel with that. It's a touchdown, and the fireworks didn't stop there. Cannon to Seth Williams for another Stampede TD, and the marching band breaking it down in the stands. The Saints try to get something on the board. Jonathan Presley with a nice run. Same drive, second quarter. Touchdown for the Saints, but Bryant just kept on coming. Seth Williams again on the reception, and he's not stopping till he finds pay dirt. And Bryant tonight enjoying their homecoming as the Stampede rolls. Let's check out the final. 45-7. Bryant, a big winner tonight over the Selma Saints. Well, we're just getting cranked up good here on WVUA 23's Football Friday, presented by FNB and Banks Quarles. Highlights from 8 more high school games, including Northridge at West Blocton, or Northside at West Blocton, excuse me, and Greensboro at Sipsey Valley. But up next, The Hillcrest Patriots have been rolling this season, but tonight they face their toughest challenge to date, a road trip to McAdory. The Yellow Jackets defeated the Pats the last 2 seasons. Stay tuned to find out if Hillcrest turned the tide tonight. Stay with us.
We're the Florida Varsity Cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
Welcome back to Football Friday here on WVUA 23, presented by FNB and Banks Quarles. Now, the Hillcrest Patriots outscored their first 4 opponents this season by a combined total of 181-58. But tonight's opponent provided the Pats' toughest challenge to date. Class 6A Region 4 showdown. Hillcrest traveling to McAdory. Harvest Moon tonight over there at McAdory. The Yellow Jackets defeated the Patriots the last 2 years, but Hillcrest came out ready in this one. And it is a punt return for the Patriots. Setting up big things for the offense. But it is McAdory coming back right here. Malcolm Askew gets it down to the goal line. The Jackets would score on the next play to tie it at 7. There's the touchdown. But in the second quarter, here comes Hillcrest. Cole Frederick, who is having a sensational season at quarterback for the Pats, finds Cameron Smith, splitting the defenders. Touchdown, Patriots. And they would add another before half, and Hillcrest goes on to win it tonight, 23-13. That is a monumental victory. Sam Adams, in his 3rd year as the Hillcrest head coach, had lost to McAdory the first 2 seasons. But tonight, Hillcrest gets the win. They go to 5-0 overall, 3-0 in the region. Huge, huge win for the Patriots tonight over there at McAdory High School. 4A Region 4, Northside at West Blocton. This is a big region game, and thank you, West Blocton, for showing us the love. And I'm going to tell you something. This was a hard-nosed, smash-mouth football game. The crowd, the team, all pumped up. First possession for the Tigers. Quarterback Christian Wright runs for a first down and then some. That play set up the only scoring opportunity for the Tigers in the first half, but Zachary Munoz shanks the field goal attempt. We end the first quarter with no score. Band, though, still breaking it down at West Blocton. Northside tries to get something going. But it's a fumble, and the Tigers get on top of it on their own 44-yard line. Wright then hurls this pass up for Deontay Holman, but he can't pull it down. It was just not a lot of offensive plays of note in the first half. And on the final play of the Tigers' possession, the Rams linebacker Chase Cannon and Andrew Reinhardt get the sack. No score at the half, and there wasn't many points to be scored in the game. We check out the final. West Blocton in the second half wins it 8-0. That is old school football and a big, big win for the Tigers over the Rams. More 4A Region 4 action. Greensboro traveling to Sipsey Valley. Homecoming for the Bears tonight. A lot of homecomings in the area. Again, we appreciate the signs at all the ball games. Let's jump right into the action. Sipsey Valley quarterback Jax Morris had a rough night, and it started with an interception on the 3rd play of the game. Kevin Lomax gets the pick. The Raiders capitalize. Cedric Tabb Jr. for the quick 6-point touchdown. And then after a 3-and-out by Sipsey Valley, it's Lomax again. He is showing some speed and power. 32-yard touchdown. Raiders go up 14-0. Greensboro was relentless on offense tonight. Second quarter, Reggie Wiggins Jr. surveys the field and then launches it to Tabb Jr., who goes up and high points it and brings it down. And it's all Greensboro tonight as they spoil Sipsey Valley's homecoming. 36-6 is the final score this evening. All right, 5A Region 3, Central hosting Jemison. Falcons looking for their first win of the season. Tight game in the 3rd quarter. Jemison up 28-21. Here come the Falcons. Aaron Hannibal's pass, though, is deflected by Austin Moore. And that was a 4th down play. Jemison would take over. And on the ensuing drive, running back Robert Evans. Big hole like a little bowling ball. He rolls over everybody. Jemison goes up by 14, 35-21. Then on the kickoff, watch this. Jemison with the onside kick, and they come up with it. Blaze Franklin gets on top of it. Start of the fourth quarter. It's Evans again. Get out of his way. Powerful 41-21 at that point, and the Panthers go on to win it tonight. The Falcons having a tough season, 41-27, the final score. Central moves to 0-5 on the season. Well, coming up later, we'll go live to Oxford, Mississippi to preview tomorrow afternoon's Alabama-Ole Miss clash. But up next, more high school action, including American Christian Academy hosting Greene County. Those highlights are on the way when we return to Football Friday right here on WVUA 23. A couple of good 3A Region 4 teams in action against each other tonight as ACA hosted Greene County. First quarter scoreless early. Patriots tailback PJ Sledge changes that, though. He powers in for a score. PAT was good. Pats go up 7-0. Greene County, though, gets the football. They're looking to make something happen. Jaquil Edwards throws a screen to Jeremy Hutton, and he gets it in. Tigers go for 2, but do not make it. ACA on top still by the score of 7-6. ACA ball second quarter. And Parker Davis, who can do a lot of things to hurt the opposition, takes the direct snap and powers into the end zone. 14-6 ACA, and they were off and running. The Patriots go on to win it big tonight. Big win for them in region over Greene County, 48-14. 4A Region 4, a couple of teams looking for their first win tonight as Holt welcomed Hale County to town. The Holt Ironmen at home this evening, late in the third quarter. Kadarius Thornton
touchdown, Hale County.
Gets it in for Hale County, and they are rolling tonight, up 30-0. Kadarius Thornton again to Thomas for a big caner for the Wildcats. They could smell that first victory. But Holt, you know, they've had a tough year, but they play hard. LaKendrick Carter intercepts it in the end zone, spoiling the opportunity for the Wildcats, but trying to get it out of the shadow of their own end zone. Holt gets stopped for a safety, and then Hale County puts it away. Malik Ward with the touchdown, and the Wildcats roll the Ironmen tonight by the final score of 58-6. AISA action, Tuscaloosa Academy hosting Glenwood School. Let's jump right into the action on this one. Glenwood Academy with their first possession tonight. Cash Boatner takes the handoff, pushes through for a first down. That sets up this. Quarterback Brandon Mosley up top on the rollout, buying time. He's got a man in the end zone for the touchdown. PAT is good, 7-0. Glenwood on top, but this would be a tight game. Tuscaloosa Academy looking to kind of right the ship after a slow start to the season. Cameron Chambers with a spin move, doing his best Eddie Lacy impression. 32 yards for the touchdown. TA is in this game. Less than a minute left in the quarter, and Della Richardson blocks the Gators' punt. TA with the safety as it's just kicked out of the end zone. 9-0. At this point, 9-7. Let's check out the final. It is a wild one. Glenwood Academy narrowly gets the victory over Tuscaloosa Academy tonight. Good effort by the Knights. They come up just short, 33-31. But you know, North River Christian made the jump to 11-man football this year after having played 8-man football, and you know there's going to be a learning curve, no doubt about it. In fact, they were at home tonight against Ringo Academy, and the game was shortened up a little bit. The time that we got there, the game had already ended. Let's show you the final. Sorry we don't have the highlights for you, but a big win from Ringo Academy tonight as they go into North River Christian here in Tuscaloosa and win it by the final score of 51-0. Well, coming up next on Football Friday, our Band of the Week. Plus, we'll have all the scores on our Krispy Kreme Football Friday scoreboard. So keep it tuned right here to WVUA 23 We'll be back after this timeout. Bessemer City High School, our Football Freddy Band of the Week, they are breaking it down. Now let's check in on all the other scores on our Krispy Kreme Football Friday scoreboard. Demopolis wins at Calera tonight, big, 38-13. South Lamore shuts out Holy Spirit Catholic, 39-zip. Bibb County, a big winner at home over Oak Grove, 55-21. The Choctaws get it done. Gordo goes on the road and washes out the Carbon Hill team. The Green Wave getting it done big. Aliceville wins big at Verbena, 60-21. Lamar County at home over Hatton, 44-7. Hubbardville, a nice win tonight over Berry, 20-6, the final score in that game. And it was Oakland. Wow. Surprise there, 63-18 over Pickens County. Catches me off guard to see Pickens County get beat like that. Sumter Central loses at home to Dallas County. Billingsley over Francis Marion, 40-16, the final score in that one. Selleget tonight, no problems with Phil Campbell at home, 42-7. Linden blanks Milry, 54-zip. Pickens Academy falls at Otaga Academy, 54-12. Southern Academy a winner on the road at Wilcox Academy, 13-12. South Choctaw Academy blanks Sumter Academy, 56-0. 7A scores. Mountain Brook wins at Spain Park. How about that? 23-21. Vestavia takes down Huffman, 35-21. Oak Mountain wins at Thompson by a deuce, 30-28. And on Thursday night, it was Tuscaloosa Christian eking one out over Lyman Ward, if you want to call a 35.1 eking one out, 48-13. And one other score to pass along. You don't see it on your board there, but Hamilton tonight over Dora, 29-21. I understand there was a fight afterwards in that game tonight. So tempers short between Hamilton and Dora, but Hamilton wins it 29-21. Well, that's going to do it for our high school coverage, but we're far from done here on Football Friday. The Alabama Crimson Tide is in Mississippi tonight, and we will be too. Brandon Cameraman and Zach Tiger will join us live from Oxford with the latest on the Tide and the Rebels. That's next on WVUA 23's Football Friday, brought to you by FNB and Banks Quarles.
3. We're the band cheerleaders, and you're watching Football Friday on WVUA 23.
The Alabama Crimson Tide arriving at their team hotel in Olive Branch, Mississippi earlier this evening. Alabama flew from Tuscaloosa to Memphis and then bussed over to Olive Branch, where they usually stay when they're playing the Ole Miss Rebels in Oxford. Certainly, if you look at these faces of these guys, you get the impression that this is strictly a business trip for Alabama. They're ready to get down to it tomorrow afternoon at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium. And welcome back to WVUA 23's Football Friday, brought to you by FNB and Banks Quarles. Top-ranked Alabama will try to snap a 2-game losing streak against Ole Miss tomorrow afternoon in Oxford. Our Brandon Cameraman and Zach Tigert are in Oxford tonight, and they join us now with more on the game. Take it away, fellas.
Gary, we're standing in front of the stadium right now. It's a little quiet. I think that'll change tomorrow morning. But we visited the Grove this afternoon, and we saw a lot of fans, both Alabama fans and Rebels fans, and they were excited for the game to start. I think a little bit of anxiety on both sides. But, Zach, what was your biggest takeaway from talking to the fans this afternoon?
You know, I think the Ole Miss fans are very confident. We had one gentleman tell us that he thinks next year the Rebels will make it 4 in a row over Alabama. Maybe that's a little bit ambitious. I think most fans aren't going to overlook this game, that's for sure, as it's going to be a good one. But overall, I think fans on both sides, but especially the Ole Miss side, are very confident heading into this game.
And as for the Alabama fans, there was a lot of excitement. Again, they're ready to tailgate at the Grove tomorrow, but also excited to end this winning streak for the Rebels that the Rebels have over the Crimson Tide. Talk to me about what your takeaway was from talking to some of the Crimson Tide fans. I
think everyone we talked to mentioned that they want to see less turnovers from the Crimson Tide. And I know Nick Saban would like to see less turnovers from his Crimson Tide as well. But on the same side of the ball as Ole Miss, I think Alabama fans are just as confident for this one. So really just two confident fan bases. They're both Really excited for this matchup, and it should be a really good game. But I think both sides are really confident.
And you talk about limiting the turnovers. It's going to be a tall task. True freshman starting tomorrow. His first SEC road game. This is Jalen Hurts. We're assuming he gets the start. First SEC road game, first true road game in general. There are a lot of Alabama fans in Dallas, so it's going to be a hostile environment. Quickly, your thoughts on Jalen Hurts?
You know, Nick Saban said it all along that he is wise beyond his years for a true freshman quarterback. He might get some early jitters here at Velt Hemingway, some rowdy Rebels fans, but overall I think Jalen Hurts will settle down nicely and get things done for the Crimson Tide.
We'll be back, and Crimson Tide kickoff tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Join us on WVUA 23. For Zach Tigert, I'm Brandon Cameraman, live in Oxford. Back to you, Gary.
Thank you, guys. Great job tonight. And indeed, we are looking forward to Crimson Tide kickoff tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. I'll be here in the studio. Zach and Brandon will be live in Oxford. We'll have live interviews, analysis, feature stories, and much more. That's Crimson Tide kickoff tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. All right, I want to thank our sponsors tonight. Our title sponsor, of course, F&B and Bank Squirrels. The Game of the Week sponsor, Cross & Smith. Our scoreboard sponsor, Krispy Kreme. Our pizza sponsor, we're going to go eat some pizza in just a moment, Heat Pizza Bar. Cheerleaders of the Week brought to you by the Pool and Patio Center. Thanks to you for watching. Thanks to our staff. Good night, everybody. See you again next week on Football Friday.